Hi, beautiful. Come and watch till the end. A rat runs to a cage and gets caught right away. He is a genius, but his big head eats him alive. Twinkies, coffee, and a program. He seems to know a lot about biology and science. In the middle of a puzzle in science, the girl next door keeps taking my attention away. Sadly, the curtains are coming down. It looks like this has got his circulation, and he just gave up his mind. Figuring out how to keep the biological thing, he calls his coworker right away. To spread the good news, the name of the genius is Sebastian, and it looks like his Linda is also one of his ex-girlfriends. His team has been trying to figure out how to 11 months of something called reversion, and it finally figured out what was going on, but Linda was excited about pretty much the same thing. Wakes up Matt, her new boyfriend, also her teammate, and works in a group with her with Sebastian, who does not know much about their connection, but Sebastian is in a hurry. To his lab in his Porsche. Scientists make a lot of money. Voice permission lets him into his lab. We see a zoo with different kinds of animals. Some of them seem to be invisible. Well, they are working on that. We see Matt giving drugs in Invisibility to Isabel, a monkey that is not there. Matt goes on a chase and slams into a car. Into Sebastian, who starts right away, teasing him. $10, say I nail her first. Does this have to do with Linda? They took the monkey challenge. Go after it and start shooting at it with sedatives. But Matt does not see from like 2 feet away. Using his skill as a Matt wins easily against Sebastian's aimbot, offers to give him the $10. We meet Sarah, who is the best vet in the name the people who are against tests on animals. In the meantime, Sebastian tries to figure out who the culprit is. Linda keeps the boyfriend of her ex. We meet the other team members who are ready for some steps should be taken to make the monkey. That is all there is to the reversal thing they seem to be talking about. It is not hard to hide something, but not the other way around. Luckily, our genius here just figured out what was going on after. We can see the formula when we inject Isabel, spreading all over the body of the gorilla, and slowly, everything seems fine. Comes back into view, but then ouch. When it hurts a lot, they start. Isabel was given a shock, and yes, it worked. The team. I am happy for Isabel, who is getting a lot. The world is calm, but Sebastian wants to cut the brain out of the monkey as soon as possible. You have to get this information. Sarah gets upset, but then they all have a party. Linda asks what is wrong, and he tells her that he needs to go after something. Having solved the big mystery, if you are already bored, you know what to do. Sebastian is smooth, but Linda will not go out with him. Sad to go back on that old road, Sebastian goes to his farm to relax. A hint of what was to come, the scientists came to the White House to report on Sebastian chooses to leave despite their success. Cover up the fact that his reversal was a big deal. Worked. The staff at the White House. When do we give you tax money? Money because we need results right away. He looked at another plan that the Pentagon will now be in charge. If the project is a success, he decides to move on to the third part of the experiment. All by himself, yes, that is right. Sarah will not be happy anymore, at least. But Matt and Linda are not in favor of animal testing. He is a famous scientist and he wants to make the world a better place. The three race to the lab, where the nerdy trio tells the other players on the team a lie that their tests on people are all legal. Sebastian agreed to do it when the team knows this is their chance. The next day, but they start. His coworkers tell him it is not too late. It is too late to stop, but our boy works hard to. In the name of study, people are willing to die. Sebastian puts on his party suit and jumps on the table, while the rest of the team who gets his Porsche when he dies. Chief slowly loses his life. If you put invisible juice, process starts to make my arm itch. In the back, whoa, that went up fast. Doc is in so much pain that he is about to die. From having a seizure, his heart beats faster. But Sebastian takes it like a man and things start to get back to normal. After 17 hours, he came out of his sleep, and when Sebastian wakes up, he asks right away. His eyelids to turn off the lights are clear, so he truly cannot see them. Anyway, Sebastian begins to play Marco Polo with his team, but it is fine. They have cameras and heat glasses to track his movements. It is too late at night. The team takes a break, and everyone, only Sarah is on the night shift. Sarah has a cup of coffee, but Sebastian is. Now that you are awake, what would you do if he chooses to go see Sarah, who is unseen, and do some study in science right away? Sarah wakes up and has no idea what is going on. Happened, her room door is wide open. Pete is not in his bed, but he is sneaky. She tells the team her story. Everyone is a little wary, but not enough for now. While Janice goes to see Sarah again, the ladies' room, but it looks like she's not alone. He is enjoying every minute of it, listening in on their talks right now. First, it is time to mess around with Linda. If you do the trick with the soda can, he moves in. This guy has nothing going for him. The day when Sebastian needs to be made. The shot is hard to see again. The team tries to help a man who cannot breathe. Put him in an incubator, but he goes crazy, and even though he is lost, he still kicks everyone around. Matt starts to worry when they lose his pulse, doing CPR, but he cannot kiss him yet. Sebastian comes back and then leaves again. He gets better and goes back to being unseen. Lyndon tells him that he almost died. I do not know what is going on for so long. Since the lockdown, I have not left my house. You can go back outside, but you do not have to. He has his own mask, but this one is different. If someone sees him, it is against the rules. The whole project is finished. Fortunately, he knows that he is not unseen and gets to make the rules and then does whatever he wants. Wants Greg to call the team right away. Sebastian, meanwhile, is having a good time. Sebastian, who lives next door, leaves his mask and turns into a beast. When the girl's doorbell rings, she looks out. As well, he rings the bell again. Girl goes outside. He sees the moment. He sneaks into the house. Back to Linda. She arrives at his house and sees that he has taken off his mask. Somewhere else. This cannot be good. The hunting team gets their tranquilizers down the dock, and they could not be happier. Oh no, he is back. Then the team wonders if being unseen is a good thing. For too long has made him lose his mind. Greg asked while he was taking some tests if Sebastian did anything worthwhile. You know pervs can talk about know each other. He tells them that he did frighten one girl, but he also liked it, which is one way to handle the situation. I guess Greg is happy with his decision and Linda thinks it is really cool at night. Wakes up from a bad dream probably around. When she saw how creepy Sebastian was, she gets a call from Matt saying that he found the way. To finally make him visible again, the team back to the lab, where the safety meter keeps going up. But once it reaches 95, sadly Sebastian, it breaks down. Continue to be empty for a while longer. He gets angry with Matt for being such a beginner, but he probably just does not like the fact that Sebastian almost figured it out later. Linda about how he is being treated. He hates the fact that he cannot be seen. Sebastian goes back to bed, and then Camera suddenly realizes something. I thought, why do not I just hack it? Most of the time, science and movies are right. Sebastian leaves, and we can see that he's leveled up his ability to sneak up on people. Climbs up this room, looks like it is Linda's. He sees Matt there and says, oh no, your ex is with how you are going to beat your biggest foe. Throw a brick through their window. Linda calls Frank right away to see if Sebastian is still in the lab. Yes. Sebastian, on the other hand, is back in the lab. Crazy and crazy-eyed to the point that this dog's barking drives him crazy, so he sends it to the farm. Sarah finds out the next morning that the pup is passed on, and Wright tries to talk to Sebastian. He says no. Night. He did everything in his usual nice way. The clock strikes again, which means it's Linda can tell when it is peak time at her house. So she throws a blanket over him. See if he is there would be a smart move. Was there for a short time, so she hurries to the lab, but those cameras will not work. She is looking for Sebastian, and if she checks that he is really gone, she finds his tools for hacking very cool. Team gets together and agrees that it is time to turn themselves into the Pentagon. Matt and Linda go to the project in a car. Boss, he gets furious and fires them. Right before he is about to call the generals, the phone line has been cut. Goes outside, we can see that Sebastian is far away and watching. Suddenly, he talks to the man and takes him with him. For a swim, the fight is over in a few minutes. Eventually, he drowns that everyone is in the lab the next day. Linda has not heard anything from the Pentagon and she is worried, so she calls. When she finds out he drowned, she tries to kill herself. To get in touch with the other generals, Linda and Matt tried to go, but the line is broken. They try again and again, but then notice something is wrong when the team hacks. What is it that goes into the system? Scientists and hackers both know they are stuck, and Sebastian is the only one who can get them out. I think I know who did it right now. Never play the game the team is supposed to. Get ready and start looking for Janice. She gets left behind, which is too bad. Down, but there are still many more to go. They call Sebastian on a lab line. I have been telling him to stop, but he has gone too far. Deep, he says that he did kill the manager guy, and now I'm getting rid of anyone who tries to stop him from being free. It is just too tempting to not be seen. The team does not know where Janice went. She was right behind them. Oh no. It looks like she is dead because the team begins to fight with each other, but then sees they need to stick together. If they do not work together to fight, the unseen guy is going to make them go away. Team turns on the motion sensors and Sebastian trying to sneak in some lodgings. The boys pack their take tranquilizers and go shooting. But is he behind the pipes through which Matt shoots? No, it's just event surprise. Greg gets choked. Kinky Matt shows off his amazing. As he shoots, he shows off his shooting skills again. Everything except for Sebastian. Causes him to let go of Gregor. Goes on to shoot some heat pipes down. But then Sebastian throws him. Everywhere there is warm air, and he cannot figure out that Sebastian is there. Worst of all, he is out of bullets. That matters for the purpose of it. Despite being a soldier, he is ready for a little one-on-one time. Matt uses a fire extinguisher for his to help match people while the latter. Sebastian gets ahead by sneaking around fight, but Linda saves him just in time. Sarah and Frank, on the other hand, tend to be bleeds out, so Sarah runs to help him. To get some blood, Frank thinks it is a bad idea to split up, but Sarah hasn't seen a lot of scary movies. While this was going on, Madeleine did find Frank. Greg's death. Well, at least they are all together, but that does not really help, as Frank is stabbed in the back. Then he shuts Linda and Matt's fridge and changes how cold it is. -30. Matt's wound is stitched up while Sebastian puts on his clothes and mask. Matt passes out, and Linda is in the shock. But now is not the time to cry. Now is the time to keep your cool. I am sorry. Linda goes into brainiac mode. She builds an electromagnet that she uses it to open the lock. Was a big mistake. Sebastian is coming, so you would better hurry. GoldenEye Linda gets to open the door. She gets a flamethrower and meets Sebastian at the elevator. How about barbecue? Linda burns him. I do not know how he is still alive. Moving. Oh no, he is left again. Causes the sprinklers to go off and sees that he is right behind her. A terrible fight does not make any sense starts. Linda's going crazy, but not so quickly. Matt is back from the dead. Uses the club to hit Sebastian, and then he just walks away, like, come on man. Sebastian gets up and goes to him. He tries to get payback, but gets electrified. Lyndon and Matt find the bomb together, but they go to the elevator too late and move up the shaft at the same time that they do. The bomb goes off. Oh no, the lift is broken. Flying up, and they almost get hit. Okay, we are safe now, but wait. It's when they go back down, they just make it. Getting chopped? Go ahead and leave. Nevertheless, a few steps up, and it's Sebastian picks up Linda's leg and tries to help her. Throw Linda down into the elevator. Wants one last kiss to say goodbye. Linda agrees, but she uses the opportunity to take the elevator's plug out and throw Sebastian down. The end. Watch another video. Beautiful.